When we think of the Titanic, the story often starts with its voyage from England, but its actual origins, its birthplace, is Belfast.
That's absolutely right. Belfast was crucial. It's where the whole immense project began, really showcasing the city's, well, its dominance in shipbuilding back then.
Built by Harland and Wolff, I understand, starting around 1909.
Yes, exactly. Harland and Wolff. Construction began in 1909, and it took roughly 3 years. The goal was clear: build the largest, most luxurious ship the world had ever seen.
Quite an ambition for the time, a real statement.
It really was a massive feat of engineering and design, employing thousands of skilled workers from the area.
And then came the maiden voyage, setting off from Southampton on April 10th, 1912.
Correct, with stops planned in Cherbourg, France, and then Queenstown, which is Cobb now, in Ireland, before heading across the Atlantic to New York City.
A journey, of course, that ended in tragedy.
Yes, the collision with the iceberg on the night of April 14th, and the sinking, with that terrible loss of life, over 1,500 people, a truly shocking event.
So understanding Belfast's role is key to understanding the full story, isn't it?
Absolutely essential. You see, Belfast wasn't just a shipbuilding center, it was arguably the shipbuilding center. Harland and Wolff was this enormous industrial powerhouse.
Employing a huge number of people.
Thousands upon thousands, building not just Titanic, but her sister ships and many other vessels. The skill level there was, well, it was extraordinary. So the ship's legacy is deeply intertwined with Belfast's own history.
Which makes Belfast the place to go, I suppose, to really connect with those origins.
Yeah.
And the main focus seems to be the Titanic Experience attraction.
It is, yes. It's situated right there in the old Harland and Wolff shipyard area, now called the Titanic Quarter. It offers a very immersive, educational journey through the entire story.
How does it do that? What's it like inside?
Well, it uses a mix of things: interactive displays, lots of multimedia, and even recreations of parts of the ship. You can get a feel for the opulence of, say, a first-class cabin or the sheer scale of the engine rooms.
It really tries to give you that sense of scale and detail then.
Precisely. And there's the shipyard ride, too.
Ah, yes, I read about that. What does that involve?
It's a sort of virtual tour, taking you through the shipyard as it would have looked during Titanic's construction. It gives, I think, a unique insight into the building process itself, the noise, the activity.
And I understand there are genuine artifacts recovered from the wreck site as well.
Yes, and they are incredibly poignant. Things like personal belongings, bits of china. They offer a very direct, quite moving connection to the passengers and crew. It really humanizes the story.
Beyond the main building, you mentioned the Titanic Quarter. What else is significant there?
Well, there's the SS Nomadic, for one.
The tender ship.
That's the one. The last remaining White Star Line vessel, also built by Harland and Wolff just before Titanic. And crucially, it ferried passengers out to Titanic in Cherbourg.
So you can actually go on board the Nomadic.
You can indeed. You can explore its decks, see the interiors. It has its own fascinating history, too, including wartime service, a real piece of living history.
And close by, there's the Titanic dock and pump house.
Yes, the Thompson Dry Dock. That's the actual dock where Titanic was fitted out. Huge structure. And the pump house next to it contained the engines that operated the dock gates.
So you're standing right where the final preparations took place.
Exactly. It gives you a very tangible sense of the shipbuilding process, the sheer engineering required.
Inside the main Titanic Belfast building, can you see where the ship was actually designed?
You can explore the Harland and Wolff drawing offices, yes. These are heritage spaces, showing where the plans were drafted. You get a sense of the draftsman's working environment, the incredible skill involved in just designing such a vessel.
It brings that whole design phase to life, I imagine.
It really does, from concept to, well, to the physical reality.
Are there any other related sites nearby? Maybe other ships?
There's the MV Titanic, which used to be the SS Nomadic II, another former tender ship, now a restaurant docked in Hamilton Dock. So another link back to that era.
And the wider Titanic Quarter, things like the slipways.
Yes, the Titanic slipways are right there. The actual ground where Titanic and Olympic were built and launched. It's now a large open space looking out over Belfast Lough. Really helps you grasp the immense size.
And there's something called the Great Light.
That's right, a restored lighthouse optic. It's a beautiful piece, significant to Belfast's maritime past, sort of representing that broader history.
So it really sounds like Belfast offers a very complete picture, much more than just the disaster story.
Oh, definitely. You get the context, the ambition, the industry, the city's pride, the human effort involved in its creation. It's all there.
So for anyone wanting to understand the Titanic story more deeply and explore that maritime heritage, a trip to Belfast seems, well, essential, really.
I would say so. It's a powerful experience
Yeah.
connecting you to that history in a way that reading about it just can't replicate.
And if you are thinking about planning a visit to Ireland and want more information on exploring these sites, do join our Love Ireland newsletter.
It's a great way to get insights and ideas for exploring this and other fascinating parts of Ireland's heritage.
It certainly makes you reflect on the Titanic's enduring impact, doesn't it? How one ship continues to resonate so strongly.
Indeed. It remains this potent symbol, I think, of human achievement, but also of unforeseen consequences and the sheer power of nature.